Depressions, recessions, inflation, other personal circumstances, all things that can lead to financial trauma. Dr. Danielle Henderson is a clinical psychologist at IU Health and is here to talk about how to spot it, treat it, and avoid it. Good morning, Dr. Henderson.
Morning.
Thank you for your time today. Such a topical topic right now with the timing with what we're going through economically. How can financial burdens affect mental health?
Yes, so I think again it's something that we might not think about, but finances can have a strong impact on our mental health. We might notice that we're really anxious, we're really scared, we're nervous. We might notice that we're feeling really down, upset, having kind of down thoughts about ourselves or about our financial situation. We might notice maybe we're avoiding certain things. We're feeling like really on guard and kind of like heightened when finances come up where it's time to talk about them.
How difficult is it to identify this? You were saying that it's similar to what PTSD could look like.
Yes, it might be difficult because I think it's one of these things that we're not always talking about, and you might think your anxiety or your worries or sad mood or whatever is about something else in your life and might not really take time to think like, no, I think this is related to my finances and my situation right now.
And I would assume it's pretty important to catch it as early as possible.
Yes, I think one of the biggest things too is trying to be aware that this might be what you're experiencing, reading about it maybe first, and then also I'm a big proponent of talking to people, keeping things inside, our secrets, our shame, if you will, is not helpful for us, and so finding someone who you can trust to maybe open the door to talk to this about.
How can we avoid it in the first place? Some financial stress is brought on by poor decisions. Others is really out of control. Could do medical bills, talking if you've gotten into an accident, who knows what can be given to you unexpectedly. But how do you avoid the mental health outcomes?
I think maybe first kind of taking a reflection of how have finances informed my life? What were lessons that I learned when I was growing up? What was our financial situation like growing up? What is it like maybe right now? And then as best as you can, maybe kind of noticing what some of your behaviors have been. So if you're noticing you're overspending, maybe taking some time to think about that. Or if you're noticing you're avoiding bills, you're not opening things up, note that, take reflection of that, and then again, maybe talk to someone about how can I try to make some changes in this.
What are the best first steps to find someone to talk to? I know this is a big hurdle that a lot of people experience. It can be overwhelming finding a mental health provider.
Yes, no, I think maybe first starting with, your support team. Is there maybe someone there who you've gone to them about other personal matters and they
like a friend?
Yes, a friend.
Member?
Maybe
Okay.
I think that's a great start. And then also if you're feeling like, I think this is at a level where I need to seek professional help, maybe also reaching out to a financial counselor or advising, and then initiating care with a mental health provider.
It reminds me, many of us in my generation, we had grandparents who went through the Depression, and they clearly had, many of them, long-lasting effects on how they spent money, saved money. There were walls full of cash, for a rainy day or in case something were to happen. Would you say that that is comparable to what people in modern day could go through?
I would,
Okay.
definitely. And and also like to your point with what we saw our grandparents do, what we saw our parents do, those are learned behaviors. We learned things from that, and that might be informing our approach to money and we might not realize it.
And if they wouldn't spend the money, some of us learned to spend too much, right?
Exactly.
The other side of the coin.
Exactly.
All right, Dr. Henderson, thank you. Wonderful advice. We really appreciate your time this morning.